Despite the advancement and interconnectedness of our modern world, there remain untouched regions on our planet where human presence has never been recorded. These remote and densely forested areas give the impression that they have always been undisturbed. However, it is often in these secluded places that the most puzzling historical enigmas emerge. Ranging from eerie mythical creatures lurking in the woods to enormous hidden cities seemingly constructed by ancient giants, here are 15 perplexing discoveries made in inhospitable wilderness. Number 1. Scottish skyscrapers. Located deep in the Scottish wilderness are a series of ancient stone structures that have endured for over 2,000 years, serving as remarkable examples of Scotland's unique and enigmatic archaeological history. These structures, known as brooks, were massive Iron Age buildings primarily constructed using dry stone. They feature remarkably thick and towering walls, measuring up to 16 feet thick and 43 feet tall. These grand and intricate towers, often found in remote parts of the Highlands, are considered some of the largest Iron Age structures in Britain, requiring significant manpower to construct. Unfortunately, only 5 brooks remain relatively intact today, out of potentially thousands scattered across the lush green lands. The tribe responsible for these impressive structures remains a mystery, and the purpose behind their creation is still unknown, although some believe they were merely dwellings. The sheer magnitude of building such enormous dry stone towers was, and continues to be, a monumental and arduous task. Even with modern technology, it would present a formidable challenge. Speculations about the creators include the possibility of alien intervention. Until the secrets of these Scottish skyscrapers are unveiled, we can only speculate and ponder their origins. Number 2. MURUJUGA. Hidden in the vast wilderness of northwestern Australia lies the Burra Peninsula, a place known for its impressive and possibly largest collection of ancient rock carvings in the world. These carvings, found on the distinctive red rocks that grace the unique landscape, are considered to be the oldest art gallery on Earth. With approximately 1 million petroglyphs in this area alone, they are believed to date back up to 50,000 years, showcasing extinct animals and symbols from the Aboriginal culture. In comparison, the ancient pyramids of Egypt, estimated to be around 5,000 years old, pale in age. Unfortunately, this remarkable site is now one of the 100 most endangered ancient monuments globally, with 25% of the carvings already destroyed before receiving official protection under the MURUJUGA National Park. The rock drawings depict a diverse range of subjects, including spiritual and religious symbols, ancient human figures, and the animals that coexisted with the early Aboriginal people. These strangely shaped animals thrived in a different landscape, with the extinct megafauna being significantly larger than their modern-day counterparts. This discovery is a precious historical treasure that immerses us in the rich past of this region. Number 3. Giant arrows. Traversing vast and untouched landscapes, whether by plane or on foot, can be challenging. Pilots in particular often wish for clear indicators to guide them through the wilderness. Interestingly, it appears that someone had already thought of this idea. Over the years, hikers across America have stumbled upon strange markings etched into the wilderness, and these markings have now been observed on Google Earth. These mysterious shapes are enormous arrows, some as long as 70 feet, that seemingly point in random directions. Some of them are located in extremely remote areas, far from any signs of civilization. Every time a new arrow is discovered, there is widespread confusion about who created them and their purpose. Some speculate that NASA or extraterrestrial beings are involved, suggesting that the arrows may serve as markers for alien landing spots. However, the truth behind these enigmatic symbols is far less fantastical and closely tied to the history of airmail services in America. During a time when navigational aids such as maps, radios, and satellite systems were non-existent, pilots employed by the early airmail services needed a reliable way to navigate the vastness of North America. They came up with the logical solution of constructing massive concrete arrows along their flight paths. These markers eventually spanned the entire width of the United States, from the West Coast to the East Coast, and played a crucial role in aerial navigation throughout the 20th century. Now, These once pivotal structures have been largely forgotten, puzzling unsuspecting hikers who stumble upon them. Number 4. The Denisovan Bracelet. The Denisovan Bracelet, discovered in a remote cave system in Siberia's Altai region, stands out as an extraordinary ancient piece of jewelry. The cave, renowned for its noteworthy paleontological findings, yielded this astonishing green stone bracelet in 2008, causing a sensation in the archaeological community. Dating back approximately 50,000 to 70,000 years, the bracelet is likely not the handiwork of our early Homo sapiens ancestors. Instead, it implies the existence of a peculiar and mysterious group of extinct prehistoric beings, the Denisovians. These Denisovians were genetically distinct from both Homo sapiens and Neanderthals, with evidence suggesting they inhabited the cave as far back as 280,000 years ago. Unfortunately, little is known about their way of life. The bracelet, meticulously polished and delicate, measures less than 1 inch in thickness. Its distinct feature is a circular drill hole, 8 millimeters in diameter. Crafting such a remarkable piece of jewelry would have required advanced and still unidentified tools. Additionally, the mineral used to create the bracelet was not typically found in the area, adding to its enigmatic nature. During the day, the bracelet would have shimmered with an inner glow, reflecting the sun's rays. At night, when worn near a fire, it would have cast a peculiar dark green shadow. This obscure artifact from a forgotten era illustrates that our fascination with adornments started long before we had realized. This intriguing discovery exemplifies the hidden mysteries concealed within the wild terrains of our world. Each revelation brings us closer to unraveling the concealed truths that lie beneath. Before you leave, be sure to explore our captivating videos displayed on the screen. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Number 5. CUDWORTH Stone Faces. Visitors to the stores in Mill Woods, located in the small town of CUDWORTH in South Yorkshire, England, often experience a sensation of being watched. This feeling is not unfounded, as the area is home to several mystical stone faces that appear to be alive, silently observing those who pass by. These carved stone faces, known as the CUDWORTH stone faces or the CUDWORTH grotesques, possess an eerie beauty and are believed to have been created during the medieval period around the 13th century. Their exact origins, however, remain a mystery. Each stone face is exquisitely detailed and has its own unique and twisted features that leave a lasting impression. Various theories exist regarding their purpose and meaning. Some suggest that ancient druids left these faces as protective symbols against malevolent spirits, considering the trees in Mill Woods to be sacred. Others speculate that they may play a role in accessing a hidden pathway to the spirit world, or that they were originally intended as decorative elements for a church. Regardless of their original intent, the now moss-covered stone faces exude a foreboding and spooky atmosphere. It is evident that great care and effort were taken in their creation, leaving a lasting impression on those who encounter their stony countenances. Number 6. The WANDJINA. Cave paintings are some of the earliest records of human history that have been discovered. Ancient humans had a passion for depicting their natural world, which is why images of animals, humans, and handprints are widespread. However, there are also strange and eerie figures that have been found on cave walls, suggesting that ancient people had an active imagination. Nonetheless, since only things of great significance were portrayed in wall paintings, it seems unlikely that these odd figures were merely products of imagination. This brings us to the unusual collection of rock paintings known as the WANDJINA, which have been found in the isolated wilderness of Australia. These paintings, resembling modern aliens, are abundant and all share similarities. The WANDJINA were considered powerful entities by the Aboriginal culture, believed to control the weather and punish those who disobeyed them. It is now speculated by many that these rock paintings provide evidence of ancient alien visitation to Earth. This raises the question of a potential unknown alien history on our planet. Regardless of the true meaning behind the WANDJINA paintings, their discovery is undeniably unsettling. Number 7. Castles of Glass. Scotland is an incredible country with endless rolling green fields and a multitude of captivating sights and folklore. The ancient Scottish people left behind fascinating archaeological sites and valuable historical artifacts. Among all these remnants, the most captivating are the mysterious vitrified stone forts found in the Scottish wilderness. Over 2 centuries ago, archaeologists began to notice the unusual qualities of these ancient ruined structures scattered across the Scottish Highlands. These structures appeared to have been built in a peculiar manner without mortar, and instead through a mysterious process of vitrification within the rocks themselves. The outer layers of the forts had been heated to such extreme temperatures that they melted and transformed into glass, which not only secured them in place, but also protected the interiors from erosion. Unfortunately, this feature also complicates determining their true age. Vitrification is the process of transforming salt rock into glass, but achieving this requires an incredibly high and sustained level of heat, reaching temperatures of around 2,500 to 3,000 degrees Celsius. It remains a baffling mystery as to how the ancient Scots managed to accomplish this feat. The existence of these ancient structures seems almost impossible, and the enigma surrounding their origins and purpose remains as elusive today as it was when they were first discovered. Number 8. Mount Nemrut. Located on a nearly 7,000-foot mountain in the southern Turkey's eastern Taurus range, Mount Nemrut is a unique and ancient burial ground known for its strangeness and wonder. This enormous mound, believed to be a mausoleum or temple tomb, was dedicated to the late Hellenistic king Antiochus I and was constructed around 62 BC. It is renowned for its vast collection of massive stone statues, making it one of Turkey's most iconic and visually stunning landscapes. Situated on a high peak in the untamed wilderness of the Taurus Mountains, Mount Nemrut boasts statues of the king, colossal eagles, lions, and various gods, all standing at least 30 feet tall. Initially, little was known about this unusual place until the late 1800s, and proper archaeological excavations only commenced in the early 1950s. The construction of the colossal statues required advanced technology, akin to the enigmatic stone heads found on Easter Island. Sadly, the imposing statues, all decapitated, stand abandoned and neglected in this remote mountain realm, with their detached heads laying desolately before them. However, historians remain unaware of why this place lies in such a state of ruin. Number 9. CANNOCK Chase. We are no strangers to eerie forests, but the CANNOCK Chase woods are undeniably reminiscent of our worst fears. The woods in Staffordshire have long been associated with mysterious occurrences and unexplained sights, making it one of the most haunted places in Britain. Known for its rich and creepy history, filled with rumors of ghosts and supernatural entities wandering through the dense, misty thickets, the area was a Ministry of Pensions hospital after World War I until the late 1920s. One day, a local woman stumbled upon a disturbing sight while hiking through the woods near her home, reigniting fears of a malevolent presence. Dilapidated and filthy baby dolls had been intentionally nailed to the trees, arranged in a bizarre order. The scene resembled something out of a horror movie like The Blair Witch Project, or a twisted prank meant to terrify anyone who came across it. No one knew who was behind this macabre display, or why the dolls had been treated in such a horrifying manner. To add to the creepiness, a Ouija board was found nearby on the ground. Despite the haunting and foreboding atmosphere, the woods also feature some peculiar and otherworldly trees. One example is an old, gnarled oak tree that strikingly resembles a character from a fantasy story, often drawing comparisons to Treebeard from Lord of the Rings. However, it is difficult to comprehend why someone would create such a disturbing scene, and the woods are definitely not a desirable place to be after sundown. Before we uncover more spine-chilling secrets hidden within this thick wilderness, remember to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell to stay up to date with our countdowns. Before we continue, make sure to like this video, click the subscribe button, and enable notifications now to bring yourself good luck for the rest of the week. The dense jungles on our planet are some of the most remote, untouched, and isolated areas in the world. For the most part, we have little knowledge of what lies beneath the thick foliage. While there have been numerous unusual discoveries in these jungles, suggesting the existence of past civilizations, very few compare to the mind-boggling discovery we will discuss today. During surveys of the dense Amazon jungle, scientists stumbled upon an untouched ancient civilization that had never been encountered by the modern world. These colossal structures, hidden within the jungle and only detected due to strange infrared signals, were clearly man-made and intricately designed to blend into the environment. As scientists investigated this eerie site, they came across enigmatic creatures unlike anything they had ever seen before. However, before they could capture them, the creatures vanished in a blink of an eye. The only message received from this chilling encounter was that there is undoubtedly something beyond our current understanding out there. The mysteries surrounding this unknown but undoubtedly powerful civilization remain unsolved, leaving us with the unsettling realization that these beings may still exist among us. This discovery is bound to captivate the world for years to come. What are your theories about the identity of this lost civilization? Are they our forgotten ancient ancestors? Or perhaps an advanced alien race inhabiting the dense wilderness? Share your opinion with the hashtag #UntoldTopic in the comments below. Now, let's continue with our presentation. Number 10. Mystery Hole in the Siberian Tundra. Throughout our memory, we have always harbored a deep fear of enormous cavities in the ground materializing and engulfing everything in their vicinity. Despite numerous claims of subterranean realms and civilizations, no one has ever encountered anything else but a wide void of jagged rocks. However, this apprehension intensified when a tear in the earth unexpectedly emerged some years ago. A Russian television crew happened to fly over the Siberian tundra and stumbled upon a colossal opening in the ground, triggering our worst nightmares. The massive crater, measuring over 60 feet in depth and approximately 40 feet in width, struck us with its astonishing enormity, impeccable symmetry, and strangely suspicious appearance. The television crew described the scene as resembling the aftermath of a tremendous and destructive explosion, with enormous blocks of debris, such as ice and rocks, scattered across the landscape, seemingly propelled outwards from the crater. This cavity is not the first of its kind to be spotted in this remote wilderness, but interestingly, many of them seem to be situated near areas abundant in natural oil and gas reserves. Since their initial discovery, multiple theories have emerged regarding their origin and formation. Some suggest that they might be the result of significant meteorite impacts, lying dormant and concealed here for countless years. Alternatively, more imaginative notions propose that they could be ancient sites where UFOs touched down, or concealed entrances to secretive underground facilities that have collapsed over time. Number 11. City of Giants. The existence of giants in the past is still a subject of debate, but a recent discovery in the dense Ecuadorian jungle suggests that these beings may have actually existed. In 2012, a group of explorers and researchers stumbled upon an enormous ancient structure in a remote part of the Amazon jungle in Ecuador. This structure resembled a pyramid-like complex and was hidden deep within the thick vegetation. The rainforests have been home to various tribes for thousands of years, and many of these tribes have legends about a race of giants that once inhabited the land. This discovery raises the question of whether there is any truth to these legends and if colossal humanoids were responsible for building these intriguing structures. The explorers speculated that this site could be the mythical lost city of the giants, a well-known legend among the indigenous people in the region. The presence of tools and artifacts that would have been difficult for regular-sized humans to use further strengthens the idea of giants once living there. The massive walls of the structure were made of large, irregularly shaped stone blocks, each weighing approximately 2 tons. The construction and the artifacts point to an unknown pre-existing culture. Even today, the local people fear these sites and avoid them, believing that supernatural forces protect these ancient locations. Number 12. Neolithic spirit masks. Throughout history, masks have captivated the human imagination, and the recent discovery of ancient spear masks reaffirms this fascination. A few decades ago, an intriguing find emerged from the wild, rocky wilderness of the Judean desert in southern Israel. A collection of 16 astonishing masks, meticulously crafted from limestone, was unearthed and has been dated back to the Neolithic era. This period marked a significant shift in human civilization, transitioning from a hunter-gatherer lifestyle to a more settled agricultural community, catalyzing a cultural and architectural revolution 9 millennia ago. This era of societal transformation allowed for the contemplation of profound ideas, leading experts to believe that it brought about the development of organized religion and the creation of enigmatic artifacts like these ancient masks, which are nearly 10,000 years old. The masks possess remarkable craftsmanship, featuring exquisite polish and intricate details, with some even exhibiting small drilled holes for securing them in place. Presently, these eerie masks, with their empty gaze, grotesque expressions, and toothy grins, are hailed as the oldest known masks ever discovered, predating the earliest recorded writing by at least 3,500 years. Weighing roughly 4 pounds each, these unique Neolithic spirit masks may have served as death masks or played a part in a mysterious burial ritual lost to history. Their unsettling nature leaves us with countless questions, particularly regarding the ancient technology employed to create them, a riddle that remains unsolved. Number 13. Pillars of salt. Most people typically associate glaciers with cold, snowy climates and envision them as massive frozen bodies of water that slowly move across the land. However, in a remote area of the Iranian wilderness, a different type of glacier can be found. These unusual glaciers are colorful and surreal, and can withstand the scorching sun of the desert without melting. They can be surprisingly large, with some covering more than 10 square miles and reaching heights of over 1,800 feet. Unlike traditional ice glaciers, these formations are not made of water, but rather solid salt slabs. They do not form on the surface of plants, but are found deep within the stunning Zagros mountain range. More than 130 of these striking salt domes and glaciers can be found in this part of Iran. These mesmerizing structures are a result of the ancient Persian Gulf resting on a layer of salt, created millions of years ago when the area was covered by a shallow saltwater ocean. Over time, the salt layer was buried beneath sediment, but sometimes it resurfaces due to pressure and buoyancy, giving rise to these incredible formations. These pillars are truly awe-inspiring and make for an unforgettable sight in the isolated wilderness. Number 14. Minister's Treehouse. Around 30 years ago, Horace Burgess, a local church minister, was struck by a divine inspiration after receiving instructions from God. He began constructing an incredibly mesmerizing and beautiful treehouse in the wilderness of Tennessee, popularly known as the Minister's Treehouse or Horace Burgess's Treehouse. Located deep in the Crossville Forest, this mysterious man-made structure took over 12 years to build. However, Burgess believed that he would never run out of materials for his divine project, as instructed by God, and it appears that he never did. Eventually, he transformed the unique place into a church. Standing at an impressive 97 feet, the treehouse is supported by a massive living white oak tree and several smaller ones. Its construction involved the use of approximately 500 pounds of penny nails, driven in by hand, as well as 258,000 nails done with a nail gun. This incredible building hidden in the forest attracted numerous tourists from far and wide who marveled at its unique architectural design. Over the years, Burgess also officiated 23 weddings in this astonishing place. However, in 2012, public access to the treehouse was closed due to safety concerns, as state officials deemed it a hazard. It was left abandoned for several years until 2019 when a mysterious fire broke out, completely engulfing the entire structure and the supporting trees within minutes. Speculations about strange occurrences had surrounded the treehouse, and eventually its streak of bad luck caught up, resulting in an amazingly dramatic demise in flames and smoke. Number 15. CRYPTIDS LOYON. The peaceful and beautiful village of Malls in Switzerland is home to a ghostly figure that haunts the surrounding woods, causing fear and suspense among the locals. Referred to as the Ghost of Mars, or LOYON, this intimidating specter has been terrorizing the small town for over a decade, giving rise to a chilling urban legend. The eerie apparition is described as a tall humanoid creature donning a peculiar and somewhat unsettling ensemble. Its outfit consists of a large, dark cloak or boiler suit, overalls, and an ancient-type gas mask that conceals its face. Occasionally, it wears a cap during rainy weather. Since its first sighting in 2003, this mysterious being has been frequently observed following a specific path in the woods. Many locals have caught glimpses of it hiding among the trees, but no one has mustered the courage to approach. As a result, children are forbidden from playing in the once-safe woods. In September 2019, an amateur photographer managed to capture the first-ever photo of LOYON. However, the authenticity of the picture remains unverified, leading to speculation about its genuineness or possible fabrication. Despite this uncertainty, the image was published in a local Swiss-French newspaper called Le Matin and quickly gained attention worldwide. The story of the ghost of malls spread like wildfire, captivating millions of people online. Regardless, the nearby residents continue to live in absolute terror of this unsettling creature.